bear in mind that 1982 is years before the Ellen DeGeneres show. It's years before Queer Eye for the Straight Guy. Queer as Folk. Years and years before Will and Grace. Foremost in my mind when I stepped off that bus in 1982 was, it might not be a good idea to let anybody know that I am a homosexual. Why is that funny? I'll tell you why it's funny, because I am, without a doubt, the gayest man I know.
Hey, Broadway World, I'm Shane Shale.
And my name's Chris Isaacson, and we're the Upright Boys.
And this is Upright's West Side Stories.
Now today, we are in Leslie Jordan's apartment. That is the Emmy Award winner, Leslie Jordan. And recently we went to his LA premiere of his new show, My Trip Down the Pink Carpet. And we're actually going to sit down with Leslie today and interview him and his director, David Galligan. So let's talk to Leslie.
Oh, my. Woo. Gay bar music. Woo. It's a gay anthem. Yes, ma'am. This was long before Miss RuPaul.
I told Simon & Schuster I've been an openly gay actor since '82. And I've had a series with George Clooney that never went. We did 16 episodes before he got famous. I've worked with all these really famous people. Luke Perry lived across the street from me. And being a gay man, I've had angst-ridden, totally unrequited crushes on all my leading men. And I've had these kind of amazing love affairs in my head. So I said, I want to write about my, love affair with George Clooney, my love affair with Matt LeBlanc, my love affair. So they loved that idea. But the book came about with, I sat down to write that, but it's more, and what I'm really proud of and what people are really responding to is that journey from that kid, drowning in the lies of the Baptist church, growing up in Tennessee with a father who was a career Army man, a lot of shame, a lot of self-doubt, a lot of guilt, all the way to the openly confident man who stood on stage and won an Emmy. And when I got this Emmy, I said, this is the only woman I've ever slept with. and it got huge laughter. And I thought, wow, to be able to stand there with no hesitation, no self-doubt, certainly not any shame, and say, this is the only woman I've ever slept with. What a journey that was. And so that's what I wrote about.
Because of that win, I had been asked to become a presenter at the Emmys. I was to present Best Comedy Writing, Best Comedy Direction with my co-presenter, Miss Cloris Leachman. I said, Miss Leachman, I have never used a teleprompter. She said, just do as I do, dear. I've won 8 of these. If I don't have it down pat by now, we're f***ed.
We were asked early on, would I come to New York and do a benefit for the Harvey Milk High School? It's sort of an all-gay high school, which I cannot even imagine the histrionics. I know how I was at 16. I cannot imagine the histrionics in an all-gay high school. So I peeped out the curtain, and I said, is that Terrence McNally on the front row there? Right? He led the standing ovation, Terrence McNally did. He gave this amazing speech where he said, we were expecting humor, but we were not expecting such generosity of spirit.
I stepped off of a real big bus at the corner of Vine Street and DeLong Prairie, downtown Hollywood, California. I had $1,200 sewn into my underpants. I had a tiny suitcase, and I had dreams. I had dreams that were as big as the California sky.
Leslie, I love you, and you're exactly where you're supposed to be. I'm so proud of you. I feel like your big sister.
She said, I know the look on this one's face. You trying to gather up enough courage to go in that big old bad gay bar, aren't you? I said, no, I'm not. She said, yes, you are. I said, no, I'm not. She said, yes, you are. I'd know that look anywhere, honey. You know why? Baby, we We've all been there.
There was a lot of questions last night about, on the red carpet, about the Prop 8 thing. The tide has turned. I feel it. I know that the tide has turned. You ask anybody under 30, what do you think? They're like, oh, it's a big deal.
Yeah.
And I really do think in my lifetime, the day is going to arrive where people are going to, young kids are going to say, you mean there was a time that, like, if you were both guys, you couldn't marry? And I'll go, yeah. But we just got to get rid of those old fogies. I have to say, to tell a little boy, especially a little boy who fell out of the womb and landed in his mama's high heels. I mean, with all due disrespect to the Christian right, there's no choice here.
My trip down the pink carpet, because these are our stories. And these are our songs.
So let's dance.
Keep going and I'll get the red carpet, okay? And I'm wearing a carpet right now. Thank you, Leslie. God bless you. Rip Taylor said so.